Neither has opposition in today's primary. The winner will be determined in August. And Cameron joins us now live to tell us about both candidates. Cameron?
Cindy, Sheriff Jim Hammond is trying to seek his third term. Sergeant Victor Miller from the Chattanooga Police Department will be the Democratic nominee and is trying to unseat him. Now, today's county primary election has no impact on this race. Both men were the only names listed on today's ballot for their parties. They'll move on to the general election. Sergeant Victor Miller says he would bring his experience as a Chattanooga police officer to the sheriff's office. Sheriff Jim Hammond told us the voter turnout from today's county primary election is important to watch.
I'm going to be looking at the numbers at each precinct, because that's where you determine where you may need to beef up your strategy going into the general.
When we involve our community and they trust us, they provide us information, we're able to solve crimes. Our community tells us they want to feel safe and they want to be safe. So that's what I bring to the table.
In August, we'll find out who voters want as sheriff for Hamilton County. We're also following the race for county mayor. Voters will decide who will be the Democratic nominee tonight. That's between nonprofit financial services executive Eloise Brown and cashier George Ryan Love. Mayor Jim Coppinger is running unopposed for the Republican nomination. Live in studio, Cameron Taylor, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Cameron, and all of our crew out there today. More than 192,000 people are registered to vote in Hamilton County. Only 8,000 chose to vote early.
And Bradley County has more than 61,000 registered voters, about a third of Hamilton County, and about 9,000 of those voted early. We'll see how that number compares to those who vote tonight.
So that's why all the candidates are trying to get the vote out. Every vote counts today. Our Decision 2018 coverage continues, of course, throughout the evening. Of course, results at 11 and inside the WRCB app. Next at 6, a known criminal in several cities was shot and now faces multiple charges.
And later, someone sprayed several bullets into someone's home and car. How you can help police catch the person behind the crime.
A man with warrants in several cities and states is recovering from a gunshot wound, facing multiple charges. Investigators in Catoosa County say a confrontation happened at the Wash Days Coin Laundry. Someone recognized him and tried to keep him at the business until police arrived, but he drove off, and that's when the person fired 2 shots at the truck. One of the bullets hit the man's arm. He continued driving and made it to East Ridge.
He pulled into the yard and then started knocking on the door. The resident inside called us. She did not let him in.
Police have not yet identified the name of the person at the laundromat, or they have not said if that person would face charges for firing a weapon. They tell us the GBI is assisting in this investigation.
And happening now in Walker County, there is a public input session on proposed changes to the animal control ordinance. Tonight's meeting is at the County Civic Center in Rock Spring. In about an hour, the town council will meet on Signal Mountain. They will discuss the possible sale of the water system. That's at the town hall. We'll have updates on these 2 stories inside the WRCB app later tonight. And still to come at 6, bullets sprayed into a family's home.
I just broke down and cried because me and my daughter sleeps right there.
The homeowners are confused and they want answers. We'll have the story next.
With coverage you can count on, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 6.
A Chattanooga family is concerned. They're wondering who fired shots at their home and their cars early today.
Channel 3's Caitlin Chastain spoke with the family. They want answers.
It was a very scary situation for everyone in the home last night. Today, you can still see bullet holes in front of the home, including this one, which actually went into the home, into a room where a 2-year-old was sleeping.
Ashley Brown's sense of safety is shattered.
I just broke down and cried because me and my daughter sleeps right there.
At first glance, it's hard to see, but take a closer look. 4 bullets pierced the front of the family's Riverside Drive home. 1 bullet went through a wall and into a bedroom just feet away from where Ashley Brown and her 2-year-old daughter sleep.
That I had to push my child on the floor and basically cover her.
She says she called police around 4 a.m. They told her to stay in the home and a patrol officer would come by. It wasn't until they were leaving, nearly 4 hours later, she found their car windows shattered and more bullet holes.
A total of 6 bullets to the car.
Ashley's mother is wondering,
did they actually send anyone to do a well check?
Police tell us no records show a phone call coming from that home in the last 4 months before the report was made. The police report also states no shell casings were found around the home or road, but Tanisha Brown says she found these. She says they found them in the road after searching in front of the house. Police say they will go back out and collect the evidence. Even though the family has a lot of questions, now they're just relieved everyone is okay.
This could have been a different story, had a whole different outcome had that bullet went a whole different direction.
In Chattanooga, Caitlin Chastain, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
The police report also states the granddaughter of one of the homeowners is dating someone whose home and car were also shot at in East Ridge this morning. It happened on Fountain Avenue. East Ridge police confirmed they are investigating that shooting. Now it's time to check in with Chief Meteorologist Paul Barris.
Yeah, we have a real predicament here. For a long time it was cold and we were saying, where's spring? Now it's hot and we're saying, where's spring?
Yeah.
Paul, what about it?
Sometimes it doesn't jump like that. I think it'll be getting a little closer to normal coming up by next week. But this week's going to be above normal in the 80s. What's happening right now, severe weather is going to be breaking out. It's already breaking out in the Great Plains, but tomorrow it's going to be in a widespread area. It's get different winds at different levels in the atmosphere, and that creates what we call wind shear, and that creates twisting in the atmosphere, and that creates severe weather. But the warmer weather over the eastern half of the country, the jet stream flying out of the southwest is keeping all that warm air right over us, and we're not going to even see any rain till probably this weekend. Looking at the satellite photo for us, really nothing around here, just a few scattered clouds, huge line of thunderstorms, very intense. These bubbling cumulonimbus clouds are building up right now, and severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings in effect from Nebraska all the way into Kansas, moving into Iowa. 82 in the city right now, 81 Cleveland and Dalton, 77 in Murphy. Winds are out of the south at 10, they're gusting up to 18, and the pollen count was over 200 today. And the mold spore count got to moderate first time this year. So if you're allergic to mold spores, there's a little bit of a problem today. 82 and 46 for the high and the low. Sky watchers told me 80 south of the city, one of the warmer temperatures. Tryon, Varnell at 84, Dalton and Chatsworth were 82. And then Cleveland had about 83. It was 83 in Red Bank. Well, it was 82 in East Ridge and Soddy Daisy, 84 in Trenton. And north of the city, up near Pikeville, 85. Spring City was 83, 82 in Dunlap, and about 82 in Jasper, Turtletown, 82, and 83 near Murphy, 81 near Athens. Tomorrow, Vipercast, our computer model, is showing again a southerly flow of air, so the winds could be a little bit gusty tomorrow into the afternoon. That'll continue probably into Thursday too, especially in the afternoon. Morning hours, not so much. All the rain's going to be off to the north and west. We're going to have to wait a while before that rain gets here. As cold front approaches Friday, but still all the rain out to the north and west. Then the cold front gets closer into Saturday. In the morning, I don't expect any rain. There's going to be a lot more clouds, though, and we'll probably see some showers and possibly even a thunderstorm developing in the afternoon on Saturday. So tonight, we're looking at 57 with clear skies, light winds. A pleasant night, 83 tomorrow, lots of sun, low humidity. So if you got some plants outdoors, you may want to water them because that evaporation rate is very high. Everything's evaporating with this dry air, and the wind's blowing in the afternoon. 59 tomorrow night with fair skies, and 7-day forecast is 85 on Thursday, 83 on Friday. So really nice. Then the weekend, the clouds really start to increase. We'll see a pretty good chance for some showers on Saturday, and then on Sunday they should be ending with 80, and a little more near normal, upper 70s coming up for Monday and Tuesday next week, but Tuesday could be wet also, so we'll keep an eye on that. But in the meantime, next 3 days at least look great.
All right, get a little work done, folks.
Okay.
Or play, whatever you prefer.
Either or both. Coming up next in sports, Jeremy Pruitt continues his run of honesty, even when it hurts.
Oh, he's pretty good at that.
Yes,
Paul
yes.
Shaheen says, get this, our young Atlanta Braves are getting even younger.
Yes, another top prospect called up to the big leagues. He's on the mound starting tonight. We'll introduce you to him. And what's the charge for transporting a Tennessee catfish across the border into Canada for Predators game? We'll try to answer that next in sports.
Coming up tomorrow morning on Eyewitness News Today, we'll tell you how you can get tickets to a benefit concert for tornado victims at Jacksonville State.
That's right, and of course we'll also have your election results starting at 4:30.
There's plenty of reasons the Tennessee Volunteers have hired 4 head football coaches in less than a decade. Near the top of that list, Tennessee is 4-23 against Alabama, Georgia, and Florida since Philip Fulmer stepped down. 4-23. And don't you think for one second that Philip Fulmer isn't aware of that stat.
Took the job, I sat down with Coach Fulmer, and he looked me dead in the eye and he said, the head coach at Tennessee is going to be judged on 3 games. Florida, Georgia, and Alabama. So when you look at that, okay, so where we at compared? That's how hard we need to work.
That was head coach Jeremy Pruitt speaking today at the Knoxville Rotary Club. He also went on to clearly state that he did not take the Tennessee job to win 6 games. Pruitt will be in Chattanooga next Thursday with Phil Fulmer during the annual Big Orange Caravan Stop. Last week, the Atlanta Braves had the 2 youngest baseball players in all of the big leagues. Not to be outdone by last week, the Braves made a phone call this morning. They now have the 3 youngest players in all of big league baseball. Atlanta called up its top pitching prospect, Mike Soroka. Soroka was 2-0 with a 1.99 ERA in 4 AAA starts. That's very good. Soroka will start tonight on the mound against the first-place New York Mets. First pitch in Queens set for 7:10. We will have highlights tonight at 11. Quick, anyone know the rules on crossing the Canadian border with a catfish? Actually, by now, it's probably too late. If there's to be a Tennessee catfish in Winnipeg tonight, it's already there. That's because it's almost game time. The Nashville Predators and the Winnipeg Jets. Game 3 in Winnipeg. The series tied 1-1 right now. Game 3 and 4 are in Canada. Game 5 will be back home in Nashville. The puck drops at 8. We'll have highlights from Game 3 tonight at 11. Big news out of the Roundhouse today. McKenzie Arena is getting a center-hung video board. It will have massive HD screens on all 4 sides. There's a rendering of it on your screen. In addition to that, both the scorer's table and press row will now feature full-length LED displays. It's all expected to be installed in July. Anyone care to wet a line this weekend? Saturday marks the 12th annual Fisherman's Dream Bass Tournament at Chester Frost Park in Hickson. Proceeds go to Silverdale Baptist Academy Athletics. It's really become one of the premier local fishing tournaments in the city. $10,000 of cash and prizes on the line, $150 a boat. Register right now at Sportsman's Warehouse, and you can do so up until Friday at 6 p.m. If you're wondering, I'm going to answer my own question. Yes, I care to wet a line this weekend. I'll be fishing in that tournament.
I know you enjoy that.
You always enjoy that.
I haven't won it yet.
All right. Hey, we want to let everyone know standoff is now over. Caitlin Chastain was reporting on it earlier today, and it was happening for several hours this afternoon.
So all is clear in East Lake. We appreciate all those emergency responders and police officers who responded to the scene, and we'll have more coming up this evening. We have a few seconds. Paul Barris, tell us about the weather.
All right, evening out looks great. We got just a few scatter clouds that'll fade out as the sun goes down tonight after 8:30 or so. 82 right now. By 9 o'clock should be about 67. By midnight, about 58 degrees. Very pleasant evening. The 7-day forecast looks great through Friday. More showers move in Saturday, though. That may be good for fishing. And then on Sunday, isolated showers and more rain next Tuesday.
Sounds good. Well, thank you. Thanks for joining us for Eyewitness News at 6
you still
on
have
this
an hour,
election day.
Yeah, you still have an hour and a half to vote, and you don't have to worry about standing in line. Trust me on this one. We'll see you later.